Good morning, everybody. Cheers. Slurp, sorry. Got to start the stream with a slurp. I mean, wouldn't be an unexpected maker stream otherwise, would it? How is everyone doing on this not sunny, quite muggy outside for some reason, Wednesday morning or Tuesday night? I hope everyone is well. I saw Station 240. Amazed this hasn't happened sooner. JLC have been cranky for ages with Sion. Yeah, they're not really cranky with me. And, yeah. We'll get into that. We'll get into it. It's an interesting thing. It's going to affect potentially a lot of people. Hello, Chris. Tommy14 is recommending PCB Way. Yeah, unfortunately, PCB Way is twice the price for my PCBs. Twice the price. Anyway, we'll get to that. But I've got some stuff to talk about and show first. And I also have to just settle into the stream. There's a bit of a rush this morning, so trying to get everything done and ready and in on time. Oh no, Chris has been doing the dirty on the side with JLC while he's being sponsored by PCB Way. Did I just say that live? No way. Anyway, it's fine. They all know that everyone gets from everyone. It's okay. Wow, already 85 concurrent viewers already, and the stream's only just started. What's going on? Lots of people wanting to see what's going on with JLC, huh? Okay, well, let's start with saying hi to folks in the chat before there are too many. Christian, hello. Antonio. Mad Techie, good morning. Hybrid Robotics, which is Dale. Hello, Dale. Yumbo Prime, hello. You've been playing with a thermal camera, a Topdon TC-001. Awesome. Is it, what's the resolution on it? Hey, Peter, good morning. Emery, hello. Graham, hi. Alan. Gerald42, hello. Austin, hello. Better Hobbyist. Mr. England, no longer in Chile. How was Chile? Did you have a good time? Was it a holiday or work trip? Paul, hi. Beata, hello. Life in Cycling. Henrik, hi. Jeremy. Dutch Taurus. Johnny, hello, Johnny. Dave Hines, hello, Dave. Cable Tie. Never fear, Cable Tie is here. And early. What is going on with you? Reed, hello, Reed. And hello, Chris Jennings, Atomic14. Mitchell R, hello. Andy Day. Nicholas, hi. Mr. Explore. Alex Harvey. Christos, hello, Christos. I hope you're well. Alan Gillespie, hello. Oop, jumped. Okay, where was I up to? Scrolling backwards. Andrew Fraser, hello. X Micron, hi. Mike Stegan, hello. Christoph. Hope it's George. George. I don't know. I apologize. Chris Giorgio, hello. Sherlock Ohms, hi. It was all work, but that's okay. Only 8 hours. What? You were only there for like a day? Oh, every day. Oh, that was right. Repeat. Right. The way you were there. Right. Work 8 hours. 12 hours of fun, 4 hours of sleep. Wow, you'd be a wreck right now. You still recovering? Doug Grove, hello. Ray, hello. I think I got everyone. No, Goose. Hello, Goose. Okay, is that everyone? I think I've got everyone for the moment. Although everyone's saying hi to everyone, which is making it weird. No, Joe and on, hello. Mike Panther, hello. Hansi, hello. Hello, viewers, but not a lot of light. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's fine. That's typical. Did I say hi to Andy Mouse? If I didn't, I apologise. Okay. One of my friends has one of those PCB printers, works quite well, but the traces are a bit fragile. You're talking about the Johnny, what's it called? You say the PCB printers. What was the name of your 100 million view video? Sebastian, hello. Volterra, that's the one. Volterra, whatever it's called. The Volterra, is that what you're talking about, Chris? I so wanted to buy one of those back in the day when I first saw it. It was just so much money. And you know what? It was so much money, and I thought to myself, I'm never, ever going to be able to afford to spend that type of money on this hobby. Holy shit. Like, seriously. That's, you know, it kind of reminds me of that whole, you know what? Who's ever going to need more than 640k of RAM? Really? New here, what am I doing? New here, what am I doing? What am I doing? Well, I just have a regular stream every week where I get up to all sorts of nonsense. On today's stream, I've got some stuff to talk about first, and then I'm going to show you all a problem with something that's happened with JLC and their capabilities, and how it's causing problems for me, and how it's most likely going to be affecting a lot of people going forward. So yeah, and then I'm gonna try to fix. I'm gonna try to take some PCBs and see if I can. When I say fix them, there's nothing wrong with them. Gonna try to see if I can change them to work within JLC's new capabilities. I'm hopeful on one, and I'm doubtful on the other, and that's a real problem, as you'll see shortly. Quixotic Geek, hello. The embedded hobbyist never thought he'd fill a 40 meg hard drive. Yeah, like, give me the terabytes. Sebastian, JLC capabilities are vastly dependent on the agent and engineer that get out in particular order, or at least that's been my experience. Their capabilities aren't, but what gets through and what doesn't is absolutely based on luck of the draw with an engineer. But no, these are actual capability changes. This has been going on for a while. I've mentioned these before. I brought them up on my stream before, but it's now been it's come to a head. Yeah, we'll get there. I'll talk about it in a moment. Sid, hello. Just waiting for a few more people to come in. We're over 100 concurrent viewers. That hasn't happened for a while. Holy moly. Antonio, hello. That is awesome. Juma, hello. There's quite a few things that have changed with JLC, and I'm surprised one of them hasn't.
Hybrid Robotics says, Cian, I think this left the hobby stage a long time ago.
This so left the hobby stage a long time ago, yet I still feel like it's a hobby. I feel like I treat it like a hobby. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah. So, okay, let's I want to start with some stuff. The first thing I'm going to do is, I don't normally like doing this, but I'm just going to give a bit of a plug to myself, because I never do. I don't like promoting stuff, but anyway, these were asked for a really long time ago, and I honestly procrastinated over it for ages. But I just wanted to share that I have now added unexpected gift cards to my store, to my unexpectedmaker.com/shop. I should just, well, hang on. And so I got gift cards, $25, $50, $75, $100, and for Johnny, not for Johnny to make one, to buy one, Johnny. So just to be clear, not for you to buy one, but for Johnny, there's a $150 special pink LED edition gift card. So a few people have asked me for gift cards in the past. Whatever. So I've added gift cards to the store. It's not a big deal. Please don't anyone feel like they need to buy them. How's that for an unplug? But anyway, I wanted to show you that. I also wanted to... This is exciting. Not ready yet. Stay tuned. Very close. But I now have... I've built my first batch of my LoRa E5 shields. I have a whole tub of them. And these just have... These have been cleaned and everything inspected. I just have to test them all on a jig, which I've got ready to go, and then bag them up, and I'll be putting my LoRa E5 shields on my store maybe this week. Maybe. Gift cards are convenient. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't like promoting myself. For those of you that haven't ever realized that, I'm not good at promoting myself. I'm not good at asking for help. And yeah, but yeah. And now the other thing, and this is super, super exciting. So after a really long time, because I couldn't get chips, I'm going to have Whoppers back in stock. And here are my first batch of Whoppers. I'm doing them as panels now. So these are all, so the Whoppers are kits, but they come pre-assembled with the sideways LEDs on the front. So yesterday I set all this up on the pick and place machine, and I've been pick and placing Whopper panels, and I've now got everything here to start kitting up Whoppers and putting them back.
HMS says, can I subscribe to a monthly gift cards? It helps hide the larger purchases on the credit card bills.
I don't... I think... I use Squarespace. I think they've got some subscription stuff, but I'd never do that. I think that is nasty. Like, that's... Sorry. That would be nasty for me to do. Like, ask people, like, subscribe to a gift card. Ugh. That just smells of terrible subscription apps on iPhones. Anyway. Sorry, Miss England. I won't be doing that. I'm not spending money on your store for someone else to have fun. You can buy yourself a gift card, sure.
HMS says micropayments at their best.
Yes. Yeah, gift cards as a subscription. So anyway, this is exciting. And I even finally, like, I moved in July. No, I got the keys in July, and I moved in, I guess, officially moved in August, September, by the time I got all my equipment in, but started renovating in July. Only yesterday did I finally hook up and get everything ready on the laser cutter to be able to use my laser cutter. So I set up the laser cutter yesterday, and I just cut some test panels because I need to cut acrylic for the Whoppers. Right now I don't have any of the exhaust installed because I still haven't worked out where that wall's going to go. So I just ran the exhaust out the garage door, lifted the garage door up. And of course, for anyone that has a laser cutter that cuts acrylic or anything that's stinky, would know that the exhaust fan that comes out of the laser gets rid of maybe 60% of the smell and the fumes, and the rest of it just permeates. And so yesterday afternoon, this whole factory stank like a cut acrylic. So I'm gonna have to solve that because I don't want to, at least when I was at home, I could close the door to the garage after I laser cut and the smell would stay in there. But what do my Whopper boards do? Oh, okay, so not everyone knows what my Whopper is. So I'll show you. So this is my Whopper. It's just the easiest to do it from here. So Whopper, it's a missile launch code display kit. So it comes in a kit format that you assemble. So there's through-hole soldering and there's surface mount soldering on it. And then you can plug it's designed for a Tiny Pico or Tiny S2 or Tiny S3, and designed for an analog audio shield. It doesn't work with the I2S audio shield. It's designed with an analog audio shield as well. And then it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 alphanumeric digits at the front. like Whopper from the movie War Games, and yeah, basically, and I've got some demo code that kind of, you know, it cracks the code, like the missile lock codes. Oh, there we go. If the quiz cards don't blink, yeah. See, what I didn't want to do is make a product as a gift card. Like, the whole point of a gift card is make them digital. If I had to ship the gift cards to people, that would have been kind of a pointless exercise, I think. Sion walks outside to find 6 dead neighbouring warehouse owners. No, it's not toxic. Not going to kill you. It's just stinky. Just stinky, that's all. Shipping's good. Shipping is like, there's occasional lost packages, or, you know, or slow packages, but just generally shipping is good. It's like, you know, it's almost back to like a couple of weeks to get something from here to the States. Whopper, can you do a better second way to feed it power? Can you do a better second? What do you mean better second way to feed it power? Well, power comes in from the tiny Pico, or the tiny board. Yeah. USB connector keeps breaking on your what? There's no USB connector on a Whopper. It's on your micro. What USB connector is breaking on your board? Really? Cat knocks it off table. USB cable snaps the connector off. On a Teensy. Okay, that's not one of my boards. That's not my fault. You can speak to Paul about that one. Oh, off a Pico. Right. Okay, you said a Teensy. What is it that? What, a Micro B? An old Micro B one? Really? They've all got peg legs. Like a... okay. Great store. I'll have to check it out. How's shipping to Europe? Do I have to pay extra tariffs and taxes? You do, if you buy from my store here. But you can also... let me just... go back to here for a second so you don't see my... electrons. There's also, if you aren't aware, there is a website called Electrons, and so it's a whole lot of people sell on there, but I've got some of my stuff on here. I haven't got my Whoppers on here yet, but oh, really? Searching for unexpected maker. Okay. Well, anyway, here's some of my stuff. So if you buy from the Electron store, they take care of all the VAT processing and everything at the front. So you don't have to pay anything when it arrives. It's all done for you.
Christian Iverson says unicorn flatulence.
Unicorn, oh, okay. So I've got some of my products on here, but not all of them yet. So if you buy from Electrons, they take care of the VAT. If you buy from me directly, I don't do any VAT. You have to pay it all when it comes to you into Europe. Shipping to Europe is fairly quick, or it's better than it was, obviously, COVID time. But shipping costs haven't gone down. And I've been thinking actually about starting to subsidise shipping. I don't know. I need an exclamation mark before the what? The lol, the what?
Dr. Nick says here, I'm back again, so what's the problem with JLPCB?
I'm about to get there, Dr. Nick. About to get there. Okay, anyway, so that's all that stuff. That's out of the way now. Let's talk about the JLC problem. But before I do that, coffee. So, Electrons handle VAT, and it's for purchase under €150. If your order's over 50, you can... Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. Yeah, so like it's not just the VAT, but you got to pay the fees to get the VAT collected and stuff. Like, I get it's a terrible situation in Europe. I know it is, but for me, it wasn't worth. I looked into it. It wasn't worth me signing up for the IOSS stuff. The fees it was going to cost me every month to do the reporting of it was more than what I make out of selling to Europe. So, sorry, like it just, you know, it really wasn't worth it. But the Electron store allows you to take care of it. So, I will eventually put them, hopefully, on the electron. It depends. I can't make an unlimited amount. I know not everyone on my wait list is going to buy, but I've got like 150 people between Tindy and my store, my Unexpected Maker store. There's over 150 people on the wait list for a Whopper, and I'm only going to be able to make about 60 or 70. So I don't know. We'll see. See what happens. You're saying that we Europeans need to buy more from you direct so it's cost effective? No, because I'm not going to sign up for it. Yeah. Like it's just easier to look for other places to buy my products. Like you can buy from Primaroni. I think they take care of all the VAT and stuff. Of course, they don't have every product I make. So there are some products that I make I just can't wholesale. Like my Whoppers are too expensive for me to make. I can't sell them to a Primaroni or an Adafruit for them to resell because there's no margin in it for them, right? So I'm not like, I don't know why they do it. Like my Reflow Master Pro, like I don't have the margin on them to ship them. Like for, I'd end up making nothing on the, well, next to nothing on the ones I sell to distributors for the same amount of work that I put into the ones that I sell to retail. Does that make sense? If I was a bigger company with more people and I could distribute out the tasks, maybe one day, but right now it's just, some products just don't work that way. Hey Aaron, how you doing? Paul, hello Paul. Hey Framerate 24. Go away trucks. Hello Dave Harris. I just purchased from Primaroni. Arrived next day. Pretty fair price. Yeah, Primaroni are great. They ship quick, and they ship all the way into like over Europe and stuff. So that's really good. Have I missed anyone else? Oh, Christopher. Hello, Christopher. Okay, so let's get to it. Okay, so what I meant to do actually, and I forgot to. Oh, Rota. Hello, Rota. Primaroni are based in the UK, right? But they ship globally, right? And so, but they also handle the VAT stuff. I believe for Europe, I believe they do. So it's just a convenient way to buy. I don't want to live in Europe. No offense. Really don't want to live in Europe. How about everyone comes to live in Australia? It's awesome. We've got the best spiders. No, seriously, we don't have a spider problem. Hey, no, we don't have a spider problem. Who else are getting these nowadays? You've reached the current usage cap for. I don't spend enough time on there to reach a usage cap. Way too many deadly creatures. There are not. Come on. Anyway. Oh, 2025, that's a long way away. Make sure you let me know before you come. Okay, I wanted to just quickly, I need to find this email because so I can tell you exactly what they say the thing is. Okay. How do I'll just leave that there for the moment. When we're going to leave it, just so I can. Okay, so it's not a spider problem. It's a consistent spiders everywhere. No, it's not. No, come on. Hello, Sergeant Bond. You have to see the laces on their boots. You know, you got to. Okay, fine. Has anyone ever seen me? No, okay, no, forget it. Let's move on from spiders. So, far out. Can everyone stop distracting? There's biggest horses. Can everyone stop distracting me so I can get onto this jail? No, it's not a JLC rant, by the way, but it's a problem. What's on the wall behind me? Yeah, fooled me. There's no spiders back there. Wait. No, there's no spiders back there. It's a sniper. Yeah, it's the drop bears that'll kill you. Drop bears are the worst. Okay, so are we ready? Are we ready? Hello, Vedran. So, JLCPCB have changed a couple of things. That some of them just you should be aware of. Oh, really? Not going to let me sign in now. One moment. I'm signing into JLC just so you can see. It's not a it's not a build guide problem. It's they've degraded some of their capabilities. So, for those that aren't aware, they bought a new factory. They bought another company, or I don't know how it worked, whatever. That's, you know, all of a sudden they went from being able to do 4-layer boards to being able to do up to 20-layer boards or whatever it is, right? So here's their website. So you can do, 6 to 20 layers now, right? Boards, which they could never do before. And they did that by buying another company. I believe they bought another. Anyway, since that happened, though, their capabilities for 4-layer boards have been changing, and they've been slowly creeping things in, and it's not like they put out a newsletter that says, hey, by the way, we have some changes, be aware of these things, right? And so if I go to order now, so one of the new ones that only happened like a week or two ago, and this is a little bit frustrating, is that they've now changed their minimum via hole and diameters again. Let me just get this bigger. So it used to be, they used to be able to do 0.2/0.4 millimeter vias, they're very small vias, right? So 0.2 hole, 0.4 annular. And they used to do that as a minimum spec thing on 4-layer boards. They wouldn't do it on a 2-layer board, but on a 4-layer board they would. And then one day they said, oh, by the way, like I went to order some stuff and the price like tripled. Is that not big enough for you now? Okay, how's that? The specs on the 6-layer are pretty much the same. I'm just focusing on 4-layer at the moment, Chris, just to show you. And what they did was all of a sudden, if you had a 0.2 and a /0.4, then they started adding in a forced 4-wire Kelvin test, right? So if you look at like $7 right now for just a blank board, if I do a 4-wire Kelvin test, right, suddenly it goes to $22. Okay, all these prices started coming in. But what you could do is, if you made it a 0.2/0.45 millimeters, then there was no forced Kelvin test and it was all normal, right? So I had to go through and change all my boards, which I did. Now, their minimum hole is now 0.3/0.4, not 0.2. And if you want to do 0.2/0.4, I have to go 2 levels up in price. Look at that. $37 more they're charging me to do. I don't want 0.3, but charging me to do what they used to do on 4-layer boards for free. Now, they don't advertise that there's changes like this. They just hit you, bang. And they even hit you if you're remaking a board that you've made before. So if you go and, do a reorder of, like, because I do that all the time. Like, I need more Feather S3 boards. I'll just go in and do a reorder of 100 or 50 panels or 100 panels. And all of a sudden, that reorder, I go to pay, and it's massively more expensive because they've changed their pricing on their things, even though there's a locked-in design, right? Now, that's fine. These are things that you can work out, right? But here's the kicker that they changed recently. So they used to have, on a 4-layer board, a minimum spacing, a minimum track width of 35 mil, and the minimum track size of 35 mil, and a minimum width between tracks of 35 mil, right? Now 35 mil, oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to work this out. 35 mil in millimeters is 0.8 millimeters of No, that's not right. 3.5, not 35, 3.5 mil. 3.5 mil, and used to be a space of 0.08. Yeah, 3.5. So it used to be spacing of 0.08 or 0.09 millimeters. So I used to have all my spacing 0.1 millimeters between my track widths, right? Because I make small boards. They made my boards forever, no problem, right? There were never a problem with the traces on the back, never short circuits on them. Made my boards for years. And then about 6 months ago, they turned around and said, we won't accept this anymore. From now on, if the board has less than 30% copper on a layer in total, then you must have 0.15 millimeter gap between your spacing. So that's like 50% more space between my traces. And they said, or we can just flood fill your layer with copper for you, and then it's not a problem. Like as if I'm going to allow them to just flood fill one of my layers with copper. That's not going to change the characteristics of my board at all, right? And so I had a fight with them back and forwards, and there was just no way I could do that on my boards at the time. And so I turned around and we came to a compromise where I managed to squeeze them to 0.127, right? So I met them halfway and said, if I get them to 0.127, are we okay with that? And they said, we're okay with that. That should be fine. And so I changed all my boards, and I've been getting all my panels for the last 6 months made at 0.127 spacing. So 2 days ago, I went to get some boards remade again, ones that I already got made, and a new prototype design done with 0.127 spacing, and they all got knocked back again, and they're telling me it has to be 0.15. And I did the whole, we spoke about this, here's the email chain, this is what you guys agreed with, and they've come back with, nope, not happening, 0.15, or we're going to flood fill your design, or we'll cancel your order, not making it. So all of a sudden, what they agreed to and what they've been manufacturing for me for the last 6 months, they won't make anymore. And I need to go and change my designs again. And let me tell you, it's a problem. So their reasoning for, I'm not going to go through the whole email. Oops. Let me, but I'll just show you, oops, how do I need to get this email up so you don't see the rest of my email. Right. So their excuse is, the engineer advised that there is short circuit risk if the copper area is less than 30% because the dry film might crushing. Right. My understanding is that when they're doing their film, if for whatever their new process is, whatever their printers are, whatever the thing is, that if there is too little masked out area for stuff, then the adhesion or something on the film doesn't hold, and it breaks up the film, something like that, right? And so this is a complete degradation in what their capabilities are. This is not about them just going, hey, we used to make like this, but now we won't. If their machines aren't capable of making what they used to make, then whatever their new machines are that they've bought for this other company or whatever else are inferior machines, right? I've had some pretty bad boards from JLCPCB, like missing silk screen, internal layers missing, all sorts of stuff. What I've never had from them is shorts between my traces, ever. And I have made, in terms of individual boards, I can't tell you how many panels, in terms of individual boards, I have made like 130, 150,000 boards with them, right? And they've never had a problem, but they now won't make any. So basically all my 4-layer boards, every single thing that I make, They won't accept any of my designs anymore because of this. So I had a fight with them. I told them to reject I've got a tiny S3 prototype in there for the antenna work I'm doing. And after like 2 days of back and forwards, I told them to reject it. And I sat there, and it took me about an hour and a half, and I managed to convert my tiny S3 to have this new spacing.
Quixotic Cheek says time for another supplier.
It's not time for another supplier. It's not. So everyone keeps saying that to me. Why are you still using them? Go to somewhere else. This is not... No one else is even remotely close in price. And the JLC boards are fine. Like, as I said, apart from some other things I get with them, you know, stencils that are missing things or stencils that... whatever... Stuff like that happens because I do a lot of stuff on that, a lot of orders through them, right? So there's bound to be more mistakes that come to me than would from other places. But I've had mistakes from other suppliers before. But no one even comes close to the price that JLC are for the same capability that I need. Not even close. PCBWay are double, minimum a double, right? So I can't do that. I can't afford to increase my BOM costs on my product just because I have to go to PCBWay. And PCBWay aren't going to... They make mistakes, right? I've had 2 layer 6mm spaced boards with shorts. Traces that simply didn't connect point to point. I've never had that. I've never had it. Maybe I've been like... I've had other things, as I said. I don't agree... frame rate 24 that other suppliers are more expensive on the bottom line, but for extra price you get more consistent. I don't agree. You not from a mass manufacturer like a PCBWay, a JLC, a PCB GoGo, all that. Do not agree with you at all. I've tried them all, right? Where you get consistency and quality is when you go to a dedicated supplier and someone that doesn't gang your boards up with other people's boards, and they are horrifically more expensive in the short term. Like, you got to pay a setup fee because they make your PCBs just for you. So they make all of the film and the processor just for you. There's a setup fee you have to pay at the start for your boards. But if you're making thousands and thousands of panels, it works out the same price or even cheaper if you're making thousands of panels. What you can't do is go to them and say, can you make me a prototype board? Okay, I want to get just 10 of these so I can try them. Yeah, sure, that'll be $5,000 for 10 boards. What? Okay, it's a different realm. And what I can't do is get my prototype boards made at JLCPCB and then take these designs to another manufacturer and commit to spending $5,000 on panels just to get the per board price down without seeing my first board to see what I'm going to get, right? I don't have that ability. So... and JLC and PCBWay and all that, they don't scale in quantities. Maybe JLC might now with that new factory, but you know, like if I was to order 50 panels off them and order 100 panels, 150, 200, the price didn't scale properly, right? Because they got to a point where the price was their best price and then they just duplicated out. Like if I ordered 200 panels, they'd run 4 lots of 50 panels. They wouldn't run 200 panels because their processors aren't set up for that. There are other dedicated prototype places, well, like who? Like who that'll do all the capabilities I need. I don't need 3 boards. Like Osh Park they don't do what I need, right? They don't do the trace widths and the layers and the custom stack ups and the minimum via holes and all that stuff like that, right? Anyway, so the easiest way is to show you just how bad this thing is, right? Like the impact it's going to have for me. So Oshpark make awesome boards, but if you look at what they can actually do capability wise, they can't even, like, the level of technical capability, it's miles away from what JLC are using. But what JLC say, I should have, I've got that open still. Oh, I closed it. What they say to me though is, if they'll make it for me at my specs, but if there's a problem with the boards, it's my risk. So if there's a manufacturing problem and I've wasted all my money, why not flood fill? Because I've got impedance matched RF related boards and it's on a layer that I can't flood fill. I can't have ground on the bottom of my boards. So specifically for, in this case, if you look at my Pro S3, it is this layer here, right? There's less than 30% copper on this layer, and I can't flood fill this. If I flood fill this with what? If I flood fill it with a ground, then I'm just going to create antenna stubs all over the board, right? Hey, Simon G. And if I just flood fill it with nothing, with no signal, just to add more copper, that's like the worst thing the worst unknown thing I could introduce into my board, right? Can I add copper to the rails between the boards on the panel? Well, there's nothing between the boards on mine. Or there's only this little stub here, and the edge rails probably not enough. Probably not enough to make up more. So most row, what? I'll move to, no, I'm not moving my boards to an external antenna just so I can add more copper on the bottom of my board. No, come on guys. Let's be realistic here. This is my design. This is a validated working design that they won't make anymore, that they have made thousands and thousands of, okay? I need to solve this by getting my boards to match their capabilities, not by hacking my boards. Because then if they change their specs again, I'm screwed again, right? Because they have a problem with their printing machine, that if there's not enough with one of their, imaging layers for the board, that if there's not enough exposed stuff on the thing, then it doesn't expose properly or something like that, right? Right, they've changed the capability. Their capabilities aren't able to, their current machines aren't able to make what they used to make. Okay, it's not we're going to charge you more for this spacing thing. It's not a way for them to make more money. Like they're apparently their machines, or whatever the new machines are, or whatever else, just aren't able to do it. Yeah, and as Chris said, maybe they've had issues with other customers on this thing, possibly, but they never have with me. At least keep making the boards that you used to make when I reorder, that have always been fine. Right? Make them again for me. They worked fine last time. Make them now, right? But no, they won't. And the reason they won't is because even though they've made them before and the production Gerbers are already there, they just reuse those. What they're doing is they gang print them, so they still have to re-image all the layers, which introduces the problem. Hey Peter, you need to order enough square footage to fill enough mother panels for it to make sense. Right. It's, yeah. So let's have a look at this. This is using a 0.127 spacing right now. If I show you this, constraints, I'm using 0.127. So I can't make the UI bigger, right? Yeah, because, that'll be cost effective for me to do, Christopher. So if I change this to that little amount, yeah, from 0.127 to 0.15, seems like the tiniest thing, right? And I now, if I just show both those layers, and I now do a DRC check this out. Oh, open on the wrong window. Run. 347 errors. 347 I have to somehow solve to get within their specifications. No, they won't make them anymore now. So that's what they're saying. So before they pushed back and we came to an agreement and I said go for it, but now they're pushing back, right? So like they said, are you willing to take the risk? And I went, sure. You've made it for me before, stacks of times. Go ahead. And then a day later, it wasn't in production. And what's going on? They emailed back. I've spoke to the engineer again, and they don't want to do it. Like they want to flood fill it. Like they keep pushing back now. Like, and sure, it depends on the engineer you get and whatever else. But I can't keep doing that. I can't put an order in and then lose days while they piss fart around to decide if they want to make it for me or not, even if I'm willing to take the risk, right? And the other problem is this is a prototype for a new antenna layout, which I finally got to the end of that process. This should be my final prototype, and I don't want to risk them stuffing it up for whatever reason and then have to go through that process again, right? Hey, JW200, and anyone else that I haven't said hello to. Tinkering Tech, hello. Toby, hello. What percentage copper is that layer? I don't know. It doesn't give you, I don't think. Peter, does KiCad give you a percentage of copper on a layer? And it's not just that layer, by the way. Like, there were issues on this layer. Oh, that's not going to show me just that layer. But there's enough copper on this layer that I can ignore it. But if I'm going to fix it, I want to fix it everywhere. I've received so much out of the edge. Well, possibly, but I'm not going to just add copper for the sake of adding copper just so they can match the capabilities of their machine. Oh, John, you must have just missed that whole conversation. No, PCB away is not the solution to my problem. It's the anti-solution to my problem. But rewind a bit. We had that whole conversation. There's stats dialog. No, it does. The stats dialog doesn't give you copper coverage. Yeah, I already looked on that the other day. Hey, SDG Electronics. My current path to solve this is to sit here and try to fix them all. That's what I did with my tiny S3. That's what I'm going to have to do with my tiny S3 boards, with my S3 boards. And my previous boards, I'm going to take the risk. Like, I'm not redoing my Feather S2, my tiny S2. I'm not redoing my tiny Pico boards. I've been getting those panels made now, like my tiny Pico boards, for years, right? So I'm going to take the risk on those and get them to just manufacture them as they are. But the density of the traces, like my Pro S3 is the worst because of how small the board is, like, and the routing. Like, this is like, it's like, you got to remember that this board is narrower than my finger. If you're going to fix it, you need to fix it for the next 2 or 3 spec change. No, I can't. I don't even know if I can fix it for the 0.15. And with large companies, more engineers and a high percentage not willing to push tin. Possibly. But this is not a cost thing. They're not charging me more for it. If they said to me, look, we'll do it and we'll take the risk, but we're going to charge you more for the boards, I'd take the hit on the boards if it was reasonable, right? How much to go to 6-layer? 6-layer won't help me. 6-layer won't allow me to, or possibly, the cost will be too high on a 6-layer. Let's have a look. I don't know. So, panel by customer. Let's just. I'll set up a mock board. It's 5 by 4, and let's say it's 120 by 100. Let's just, at the 50 panel mark, right, it's going to be 1mm black. Enig. Look, every time I click on something, it's going to pop up a thing saying extra charge, extra charge, extra charge. No thanks. Impedance control. Oops. Oh my god. I can't click on the buttons. Impedance control. Yes. Confirm. No thanks. I'm going to leave it on this just for now. Just for now, right? Confirm production file. What haven't I changed? This is it. We're on 4 layer. One design, panel by that. Okay, that's $162. Have I got everything right? Okay, so if I just click 6 layer, $20-something. It looks, oh no, hang on. It changed my settings back. Black, white, enig. The tolerance of copper percentage issue. It's a copper percentage issue that with less than 30% fill, they won't allow me to have the spaces between my traces that I used to have before. Hey, Illuminator. So it looks like it's, well, on this mock-up, it's $20, maybe. But I don't want to get forced into 6-layer boards to solve this. It's quite a lot I need to fill, Mad Techie, and I don't think it's the right solution to solve it. I assume they have the same fill requirements on it because, yeah, but I can move some of these. I could move some of these traces into a different layer. I still have issues about getting around vias, but I can move them to a different layer, and that would solve a lot. Like, I have no space here to space these out. I mean, I got a little bit of, like, I can move this down. It's not even going to let me. So KiCad has this problem now where if there's an error on the trace anywhere, you can't move any of the trace, which is really frustrating. So that makes it a bit drinky. Yeah, should we do a drinking game? That calculates the board area, but does not show copper coverage per layer. Yeah. Are you going to put a feature request in, or am I going to put one in? Sure, but here's the thing. Here's the problem with going 6 layers. Right now, they're doing their special price on 6 layers, yeah? And what happens when they stop doing that? And what happens when my 6-layer boards start costing me 50% more? And I'm stuck and I can't go backwards. Connor saying, I know he said something about, by adding a ground fill, what I end up with is look, watch. So if I just go on this layer and I'll put a, just for argument's sake, right? Just for this section of the board, right? I'll just stick a ground fill. Okay, hit B, and now these are all antenna stubs. That's an antenna stub, they're antennas, right? It's going to radiate. It's going to radiate, right? That's going to radiate. Like, I'm introducing EMC problems into my board just by sticking some copper in there to fill it like that. So what do I need to do? Right, I need to stick heaps more ground vias in, except I don't have room to stick more ground vias in, right? Because I've got a trace width, a clearance problem. And I can start blocking things out, so I can go, actually, well, let's go to here. Let's say, well, you know, there's some ground there. Let's get rid of this one. So I can start going, you know, let's put a thing there and a thing here, and then I don't like the new keyboard shortcuts they did for these it was much better when it was just I. So I can go like this, and I can start cutting around here. Oops. Okay, so then when I fill that, okay, that stub's kind of gone-ish, right? Well, now I'm going to put that over there, right? And then all of a sudden, to get rid of the stubs, I'm losing my copper fill. Right, I've still got stubs here. I've got to cut that. I've got to cut that. You know what I mean? Like, this is not the way to fix this. How about adding thickness to the trace tracks on the left? It's still not enough. I need 30%. I would guess that this is about less than 10% right now, these traces. Like, and there's not enough I could add. Yeah, this, hang on, where's the board? Just to be clear, this is the board we're looking at. Okay, so that whole area I need to fix is inside the headers space in here. Okay, like my finger is fatter than the board. We're talking in a space here of 13 millimeters. Well, but there isn't. Like the last thing I want to do is grab this bit of trace and make this like that just to fill up more space. Oh, sorry. Like the last thing I want to do is take that bit of trace and do this just to make it fill up more copper. Like that's not a solution. Anyway, the solution is I need to fix it. I need to get rid of these errors. That's my solution. Can I put copper under the headers? Under the headers? This is the bottom layer. There's, what do you mean under the headers? There's no... putting copper along here is just going to give me the same problem. Please chat to our PCB guys and see if they can match price and give you consistency. I don't know who our PCB is, but I've
Exotic Cheek says chat broke on stream.
Oh, chat broke on stream. It did. Thank you. What happened there? Oh, it's back. Thank you. Right, so some of those weren't a few millimeters. They were like 4 or 5 millimeters, and having them all over your board is a problem. Like, I'm not introducing any type of stubs on my board just to solve this. Yeah, no, I don't want to make PCBs. I absolutely do not. Oh, I've done it again. Maybe I'm hitting some keyboard thing. So, I'm going to, now that right, I'm going to undo all this. Because I want to... Oh, wrong screen again. I'm putting this back. I'm going to open up my Feather S3. And I'm going to actually... I'm more likely going to be able to fix this on my Feather S3. Let me just put this back, make sure that DRC works now. Right. 0 errors if I put it back to 0.127. Can someone answer Wagon Loads? Tune in years time for when Sion has bought the unit next door and makes it out. No, I don't think I ever want to do that. Okay, so let me just go to here. So my Feather S3 is a wider board. I'm more likely to be able to do that one. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to do it now on stream because, you know, why not? Okay, so let's grab a whole bunch of stuff off we don't need. Okay, so it's a wider board. There's more chance, maybe I'll be able to do it, but unlikely. If I just run DRC first. No errors, and if I go and change it to 5, and do it again. Only 188 errors. Okay, so 188 errors, likely to be fixable, but as I said, it's really hard to fix because I can't grab this and move it because there's an error somewhere. Peter, do you know if there's a way to work around that? So what I generally have to do is find something that's close that I can fix and start adjusting. Oops. Right, so like that one there was the only error there, which means this one here I should be able to move now. I can. Now sometimes I can push and shove, and sometimes not. Okay, that's maybe... No, can't move that one. I don't want to push and shove, and sometimes it's going to it'll change, completely change the... Right, so in a case like this, I can't move that over, and I want to, but what I can do is hit X on it. And I can, if I'm really careful, I can do this. Right, which then move that away. Nope. Okay. Let me move that. I mean, this is literally just sitting here doing this, and I could get all the way through and then find that I can't fix it still. With grab, well, then you should be able to move a trace that currently has a... Oh, using the G key? Router can be set to be show collisions. If I go to the route settings, interactive router settings. Okay, highlight collisions. I don't want to shove. Don't want to shove anything right now, really. Oh, maybe allow one to establish a track even if it's violating DRC. Maybe that's what I want. Right, okay. Yeah, sure. So like I've just done, so what was it? Hang on. It's going to be really slow going. It was 188. But now it'll be like 184, maybe. Or 179. Woohoo! Okay. So I'll leave that just there. Okay, so maybe it'll let me move these now. Okay, it is now. Okay, good. Good. Thanks, guys. That'll really help. Okay, so that's should be that one. I'm going to drop my grid size. Can't get any smaller than that. Okay, maybe that one. Oh, that's much better in this mode. Excellent. Now, one thing I'm going to have to do, let me just run that again. 176. Okay, I know that I'm going to have to change this. I'm going to have to shrink the inner pad down. I had to do it on my tiny S3. You might want to display the clearances for everything. What do you mean display the clearances? Hey Ian. Ooh, hello Tracy. Sorry I took so long to see that. Okay, so I need to, this is at 4 and 4. I know that this has to go to 3.9 because, so that's it's a small adjustment, but I know that there's just no way I can solve the via stuff in here because of it. Whoa. And also see that sometimes the via, see it jump away? Very frustrating. So I have to do a move on it instead. Maybe if I do it, no, even if I do a G. So that doesn't happen always, but it happens sometimes. Yeah, this is a pain. KiCad settings, PCB editor, display options, clearances and outlines. Display always. So where does it show them? I'll have a look at that in a sec. Hang on. Let me just run this again. 155. So KiCad settings, PCB editor. KiCad settings. PCB editor. Display options. Clearances and outlines. What? Display always. Oh, clearances and outlines. Show when routing. So where does it actually show it though? Ah. Okay. That's actually, sure. That looks really much messier. I mean, I've had to do some really creative routing here. Okay, that's quite interesting, having that. Oops. I like now that I can actually move them. I didn't know about that feature, so thank you, Peter, and I think Chris, for letting me know about this move thing. That's really handy. And the highlight thing, really good. So I can see straight away if it's working or not. Yeah, really good. Oop. Oh, this is going to make it so much. I wish I knew about this the other day. Why is that still highlighting? Must be from down here. Right, okay. Okay, let's run this. Yeah, these options are great. Thank you so much. 125. This is just so much easier. Like before, I couldn't move it. I have to go and find why I couldn't move it. But now I can just move it. Wicked. And it'll move it till it stops going green, which I love. Oh. So I've got to keep doing this to get rid of the arrows. So I'm not fixing things I've already fixed. 119. This board is much wider. It's 50% wider than the Pro S3 for the same, almost the same. And the Pro S3's got more routing. It's got more pins. It's got 20, 17, 20, 34 pins to route to, where this has only got 26. So it's a much harder board to do. Just, yeah. Let's get some of the low-hanging fruit here. For those that aren't aware, there's multiple things. If you just click and hold, it'll give you a list and you can choose. Left click and hold. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna... Okay, I have to work backwards on those ones. Wow. Do my own silicon. Oh, I'd love to. Can't see that ever happening, but yep. Sometimes, even though I've got a small grid, I can't move it. You see here, like I can click on this, and I can hit D, and I've got full control. But here, if I click on it and hit D, see I'm locked. Even if I hit, is it Option or Command, whatever it is, to do small movement. Catch you later, Gerald 45. Catch you later, Mr. Explore. I'm running behind in the stream, but this is common on high layer count boards where some inner layers only have tracks around high density areas. This is an outer layer, it's not an inner layer, and it's the issue here is JLC's capability changes, not like they've been making my designs for ages. So this is new to them, and it's frustrating that I have to do this. So What's going on here? Oh. Funky. Sorry, just want to fix that up. See, there's got to be somewhere between there that I can do that. Damn. Had to replace 450 some wires and reroute a ton of things to lower price of a board. I don't mind doing that if I'm going to get to lower the price of a board. Like I went through and changed all of my wires when they did that price change for the 0.4 to 0.45 thing, and it took me quite a while, but it was worth it. Like I saved, you know, $50 per every time I got the board made. Take a D4M designed for manufacturing class. If you get, who's that to? Was that to me? I should take a design for manufacturing class. Add copper dots. I could add, okay, I could add copper dots, but again, I don't know how many to add because I don't have a way of checking my percentages, and oh, no, that's no good because of these. Shit. Except they keep changing their manufacturing constraints. That's the point on this is, pretty sure we could Python script the stats. Yeah, possibly. No, Chris isn't patronizing. But the issue here is they're changing their capabilities. This is a change from them. And as far as I'm concerned, for no good reason. Like this is a, sorry, not a no good reason. This is a drop in their capabilities, right? This is a regression. That's the word I was looking for. This is an absolute regression. Where's my... And they should call it what it is, and they shouldn't be busting my nuts over it. But anyway. Like, my what do you call it, just died. My chat script just died. Okay, get back up again. Dynamic manufacturing classes cover a lot of patterns on how to avoid degradation changes in supply chain. We're focused on machining. Right, the thing is that JLC aren't forthcoming with any of these things, right? So it's not like they advertise this anywhere. This is just all of a sudden they start rejecting my boards. So we're down to 88, everyone. And that's how I found out about it, from them rejecting my boards. So it's not like I could have planned for this, right? It's not like I had plenty of time to solve it. Like I went to get a board made that was a board that I got made so many times, and all of a sudden now they won't make it. I'm gonna have a problem here still. Okay, I'm gonna have to make this a bit small still, unfortunately. How do I get a smaller grid? Can I get a smaller grid than 0.01? Some space you can move a blue trace to. Yeah, sorry Waglow, that's not helpful. The big one over here, the little one over there, it's I don't want to move traces away.
Geek says use custom grid. How do I... Geek says or turn off snap to grid altogether.
So I can do like that, use the grid. Okay, that might work. Oh. No. Ah. Sure, can now. Kind of. I actually don't know if I've got enough space through here yet, but possibly. See, I don't want to do stuff, like ideally, I don't want to be doing kinks like that. Anyway. Move that away just for now, so I can... Oh, I really don't like... It's actually harder to use this user grid now. Possibly. I don't like how it breaks it like... Oh, that's so frustrating. Okay. Gonna have to get rid of one. Oh. Am I flying to Spain for KiCad? I'm not flying to Spain for KiCad. I love Spain. I've been to Spain twice, but no, I'm not going for KiCad. I'm really can't afford to travel right now after my recent expenses. Wow. Like, that's just crazy. I gotta do that. And even doing that, I still can't get this out. Oh, maybe. Ooh, maybe. Why would that go down? Catch you later. For those going to bed, appreciate you joining. 78. As I get closer, it's going to get harder. Like stuff like this. There's no way I'm going to be able to get these ground vires in there. And yeah, it's not a great solution though. I don't love it. Oh my god, I don't have you selected. Is there no reason that you can't delete all the wires on the ground plate and then add them back in once you've got the routing figured out? Because I won't have any space to put them. Like
Paul Tudgett says Sylvia returns. I'm not putting her through watching routing. I think we'll travel to Gilead now. Good luck, Cian, and good time of day.
See you, mate. So how... The thing is, how close can I get? So which edge can I get them to? I can get them to that edge, can I? Like that? Let's find out. Like, I'd end up having no space left. Right, I can get them that close. Okay, I didn't realize I can get them that close. So maybe I can... Oh, that was a bad move. If I drop these down... and I move this... It's not going to help me there. I had it. Damn it. Okay. Disable pad and footprint selection in the bottom right. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Wow, cool. I'm still a very new KiCad user. Very new. Down to 69. Still can't work out what's happening here. You just move it. And then re-snap that. Okay. It's that one. Yeah. These aren't going to happen. Yeah, I know I can lock. The problem is I leave things locked by accident and then I can't unlock them.
Cable tie
So then I
surface is the
forget.
King Julian class of PCB layout. I like to move it, move it.
Hang on. Sorry, just had to write someone. Catch you later, Quixotic Geek. Okay. Why's my silk on? And I also don't want to move any components in doing this if I can avoid it, because I don't have to get new stencils made either. That's not going to help me. Can't turn off snap to grid. Maybe which ones? I don't even know what that icon. What icon is snap to grid? Or is there somewhere up here? Where's the snap to grid option? Where do I turn on snapping for? Right, should be able to fix these now. Okay, run. $57. Preferences, PCB editor, editing options. Settings, PCB editor, editing options, top right. Oh, snap to pads when creating tracks. They already are. So what do I need to set it to? Oh, disable. So which one what am I setting it to? If I turn them both to never, just for the moment. It's really ugly, I gotta say. Oh, now it doesn't snap to that. Oh. I want snap to tracks, I think. because otherwise I can't get it to, I want it to join. See that? Like I want to, that should be one piece now. Anyway, okay. No, I don't even need that. That's not good. Yeah, that's not, I need it to snap too. Settings. Are they intentionally wider? Yes, they are intentionally wider. Yeah, I need that still on. And I can thin them out, but someone wrote which might be a good starting point for Genero, which already calculates solder paste area. Oh, okay, cool. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I can grab the whole trace and I can make it 0.18. We'll try that. Edit 0.18. It's not really going to give me that much more room. I do actually like how interactive this is, I gotta say. Much nicer to work with than when I was doing this the other day. Okay, 46. But as I said, my Pro S3 is going to be the challenging board. I don't know how I'm going to do that. That's twice as many errors. Still doing that snapping thing. It's annoying. Catch you later, Christopher. Come on. $29. There was a bunch there that I just fixed up, which is good. Still 29. That's a problem. Oh, look at that. Nasty. Wow. I don't know what I'm going to do there. I'll go back to that one. What is this? Oh, right. That'd be that. Maybe? Yeah. Okay. Some easiest ones here. Should have done these before. Peter, I don't know. Possibly still 6. $22. Did I just introduce more? Yeah, well, that's going to be a problem. What is this? 0.43. Okay, try holding shift when moving stuff close to the place you're moving it from. Temporarily override snapping. Does it? Down to 20. Okay, getting close. It looks like it's just that area up top now that's a bit squishy. Hey Richard. 16. We're down to 16. So it looks like it's just up here. That's awesome. Sorry, I'm just... Peter, for one bit squared, Esden and I chatting and Discord. We're talking about stuff just to not flood the thing. So he's got a he bought a hand wire pick and place machine, and he just got a new vacuum pump installed, so he doesn't have to use his air compressor for the the vacuum stuff, and it's much quieter, which is great. Oh, catch you later, Dave. I don't know if I said hi to you, Dave, but hi, bye. Okay, drive safe, Peter. Well, honestly, this really is a... this workflow now is really nice, gotta say. Ooh, did I just... Yeah, ooh, 9. We're down to 9. I mean, my compressor's running anyway, right? All of that, I introduced more here. So I don't really have much of a choice. Coming back to Twitch at any point. Coming back to Twitch? Who? What? Beata, was that for me? Or was that for someone else? I haven't been doing Twitch. I think like years ago I set up Restream, and it might have sent my thing to Twitch at the same time, but anyways, I think you did miss some useful KiCad stuff. So it could just be here now. Oh no, what's that? Ah, damn it. Johnny does Twitch. Johnny's very twitchy. Gotta talk about... Oh, right. Haven't you been streaming? Peter, have you not been streaming? Oh, look what I've done here. No. Oh, squeeze it in. Oh. Hey, Dave Paul Jones, missed reasons. JLC won't make my boards anymore that they used to make. Okay, down to 8 now. I did introduce them all before, because their imaging machines now apparently can't reliably build a layer like this when there's so little copper on the layer. I hope they'll be able to go back stream eventually. Hard to stream, or hard? What's hard, Peter? So I'm currently seeing if I can. What is? Oh. Okay. And there was another one over here. What's that one? Right, USB. Okay, run. How am I down to now? 5. We're down to 5, folks. And it looks like at least 4 of them are there. I don't know where the other ones are. So we've got, yeah, that one there, that one there, there, Right. They're all in the same place. I do like how there's now this copper sliver thing. That if it's too thin, they'll let you know. Hello, Befits. Burning fires. As long as your pick and place is not on fire. You don't want your pick and place on fire. Okay, so let's see if we can fix this. We can fix this. I know we can. Come on. How can that fit here, but this one can't? That just doesn't make any sense. Oh, 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 oh. So to get it just right. Ta-da! 0. So now I've just got those warnings, which are the slivers. Left one is connected to pad. What? Okay, 0 errors. But as I said, that was not my hardest board. I should actually look at some of these. Why is that? Wait. Why is it showing me that as a sliver issue when it's all ground? Oh, that's not ground. That's for... Right. Okay, yes. That's on here. I don't actually even need that there. That can go back. And by the way, the shift space thing that I learned the other week is great. If I grab this edge here without it, you see it changes the angle of that thing up top, right? But if I do the shift space and lock it to the thing, it actually, look at that, it resizes my corners. I like it a lot. Okay, so those slivers should be gone. Who made them disappear? Oh, well now I've got a sliver here. Oh, come on. I mean, I can turn the sliver thing off. Like pre-KiCad 7, there wasn't even a thing. Whoops. There you go, 0, 0. The issue is the imaging system. If there's less than 30% copper on the layer, on the imaging thing, then it can short things. So I didn't want to just pour a bunch of copper onto my layers to try to solve this thing. I had to go to a wider clearance on my traces, which meant I had to fix and reroute. So there was 188 errors, and there's now 0. So, was it 10? How long have I been streaming for? An hour and 55 minutes. Should I look at the Pro S3 now? Ta-da! Okay, I'm going to, let's load up the Pro S3. That's way worse.
Brian Gregory says ta-da.
Ooh, KiCad crashed. Nice. Open project. I bet you, oh, it crashed. I bet you my settings are now gone. I wonder if they fixed that bug. No, they're not changing their process, and RF isn't going to change at all. That's not. It's not. They're not changing their process. Their machines, their imaging machines, are not capable of doing what they used to be able to do. So it's not a process change issue. Okay, it has kept my settings. So, okay, here we go. This is gonna be. Okay. It's going to be a nightmare, this one. Constraints. 1.15. Okay. I think I might need another coffee to do this. Oh, by the way, let's not even talk about the Nano S3, which is even worse than the Pro S3. Look at that. 347. Oh, man. That's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt. When look at all these traces come. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's just start off with. Make the whole board wireless. What? 3.8. I know straight away I'm not going to have enough room. 3.8. 3.8, 3.8. I'm going to have to also make the paste sections a bit smaller. Yeah, I got it. I understood. Frame rate 24. Okay. Holy shit. I mean, a lot of them will just disappear like that as soon as I move that. Like there's a bunch gone already. Right, some of them will just disappear, maybe quickly. I really don't like doing that at all. Come on. Whoops. Oh, I've got to turn that off. Turn off footprints and pads. There we go. Okay. What we're on? 347. How much should we drop them? Yeah, thanks. I said it again. Okay. 315. Whoa, look at that. Killing it. Okay. That's... Oh, my God. Oh. Ah. How am I gonna fix this? And look at, yeah, okay. I feel like this is just a game of like whack-a-mole. Just, you know, keep smacking things and eventually... Really don't like getting via so close to pads. Where's that touching? Oh, right. Bloody hell. I don't know where to start on this stuff. That should be the same as what I had on just before. Whatever I was using in... it's not gonna be good. Dude, I've looked at the big picture on this for hours the other day. It's, yeah. There's nothing good here. Nothing good. But I want to, before I zoom out and have a look, I want to just get some of these things dealt with, if I can. Just some of them. I want to just knock a bunch off if I can. If you weren't here before, he needed to widen his trace. Oh, right. Yep, sorry. Yep. Okay. 249. That's like 100 almost gone. Almost gone. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I know about the MIDI. I'm gonna have to, don't know what I'm gonna do there yet. I need a coffee. Yeah, I need a coffee. This is KiCad 7. 220. We're down to 220. Well, I'm going to sneeze, I think. Oh! Wow. Excuse me. Thank you. That was silly. Oh, doesn't like me holding that key down for some reason now. Oops. Look at that. Doing a loop-the-loop around a wire. I hate that. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Where's... Okay. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Don't sneeze when you're holding the mouse. No. $191. I've still got more left than what I started with on the Feather S3. There's got to be some easy pickings. Let's do some easy pickings, shall we? Yeah, it's not going to like that. E 0.16 maybe. Do the hard stuff first. You can't then. There's no point getting the easy stuff. No, if I get the easy stuff first, then I know I'll persevere to get the hard stuff. If I get stuck on the hard stuff, then I just won't bother. Does that make sense? Maybe. Like the easy, obvious stuff, I think is definitely the best bang for buck. Yeah, that's an interesting problem. That's not really solved. Maybe. That's nasty. Easy stuff out of the way also helps declutter the DRC window. Yeah, absolutely. And it feels like I'm achieving something, which is, you know, just as important. Whoa. Which error is this? There. Uh-oh. Okay. 164. I've now gone below the Feather S3 starting point. Be nice if it populated arrows on the fly for me. So as soon as when I moved a trace, it then 158. It then, you know, put an arrow there saying, no, you just did this. That would be handy. Oh, no. Let's not do that. Oh. These are the ones I how do I markers? Is there a markers? Rule areas, other items, dimension. Is that other items? Yes. Good. Now I won't select those. Like, I should bill JLC for my time, shouldn't I? Like, this is ridiculous that I'm having to sit here and do this, all because they changed their capabilities. Like, whoops. I feel like this should be on them. Do you all agree? It's just a hobby. This is just a hobby. $113. No pressure sound. Don't know how I'm going to solve that. Biloony! Hello! How was Maker Faire? Did you have a good time? Also, really dislike doing stuff like this. You see this loop? I just can't get the wire in anywhere else. Oh. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Just have to work down from here. Because I can't get any closer. This is just gonna be a... I'm actually touching traces now. Like that's, I don't have a choice. I can't get any closer. I need to get all these traces through. Met plenty of people. Damn it. I don't know how I'm going to get that through. What? Get rid of IO13, go directly to the pin. What? I can't go directly to the pin. Oh. Yeah, this doesn't help me though. That doesn't help me. We're down to 86, so that's good. I mean, sure. So 13 used to be broken out. Oh, it's not going to snap to that anymore. Damn it. No, the wire was there for something else. I was gonna have an LED on IO13 like I've got on my Featherboard, but then I ended up not doing it. Peter, it's always satisfying when someone else has to do the work, huh? Always satisfying. Oh, we're back to here again. Ah. Yeah. That's a problem. Okay, we've got to move these over more. We can solve this. We can. Can and we will. Yay. Go, go, go. Ooh. Ooh. Did we just solve that whole area? Fingers crossed. 66. And we did. Oh, almost. We've got this one here. Okay, so we solved that. It does not like that though. I still have this problem through here. Go away, Via. Someone bringing me coffee? Anyone? Anyone? Oh, what's going on here? What I'm going to do here. There's a thing there. That's going to be a problem. This is my Pro S3. And I already fixed my Feather S3 during the stream. And I fixed my Tiny S3 the other day, which started all of this craziness. And then I still have to do my Nano S3. I'm going to have to do some different routing here. come on. Really? That's not helping at all. Nope. Okay. So, okay, just to quickly recap, JLC have a new thing. They've reduced their capabilities. If you have less than 30% copper fill on a layer, you need to have an increased trace spacing. More than what I had already, more than they've been making for me for the last how many years? And so they're now rejecting my boards they used to manufacture for me. They now won't manufacture them unless I go and change the spacing. Well, I've got copper, but there's no fill. It's a signal only layer. Deliberately signal only. There's not supposed to be any copper on this layer, intentionally. But that, of course, means that that they knock it back, which really sucks. There's a problem with their machines. Why what? Why do I not have any copper on the back? Or why are they having problems with their manufacturing? I don't have any copper on the back because this is impedance controlled stack up. It's an RF board. I already have enough problems with the S3 chip being super sensitive, and I don't want to solve this just by whacking a whole bunch of copper on my board. It's not the right solution to the problem. So I'm seeing if I can solve it by actually increasing my spacing on my track width. If I can. Hey, Photochromax. Less dense signals on a signal only layer. Yeah, it's a bit oxymoronish. I still don't know how I'm going to fix all this. So I'm just really trying to see if I can do it. And if I can, then it's done, right? And if I can't, then, well, that's a different story. I'm going to have to find another solution. But look, I'm getting close-ish. They've been doing 0.1. All my boards were 0.1. Anyway, yeah, it's a it's very frustrating. So my boards that they were making for years, they're now rejecting. We're down to 26, folks. No, if I make my vias smaller, then it doubles my costs, production costs. And as it is, I'm expecting to get hit with new unforeseen costs that I didn't have before already, because they've already changed their at random spoon. What? Well, they bought another company, and I think the issue is that company's capabilities aren't the same. So I think that's where the problem lies. We're really close now. Come on. Really close. Well, they're always adding engineers and adding machines and stuff, but I think this comes from their that is not going to work. From this merger, whatever it is, however they did it. I'm gonna have to again, I really dislike doing this. It's not high enough. No, it didn't cost extra. And it was part of their capabilities from when I first started using them. So, yeah, it's really frustrating that they've changed this now. So this has been going on for a little while. They knocked back some stuff. I had an argument with them. I changed my spacing from 0.1 to 0.127. They said it was okay. It was all good. And then now they're not accepting that either. Yeah, I could chop off the corner of the pad, but I don't really want to. But it's a pretty big amount of move. I need to move it. Yeah. I mean, I can organize a new stencil. I can move this over. Oh god, I gotta remember how to do this. Was it command? No. Right, pad edit mode. Can I not? No. Or I'll fix that in a second. That's sure too big. Edit 0.01. Can I do a? I can't do that on that either. Okay, I've obviously forgotten how to do this. How do I? I know how I can add to it. How do I remove from it? 1, 2, 3. And if I just delete that one, except I'm going to have to do a mask and a pad for it. Copy and paste. Copy, paste. Did that work? No. Yeah, that didn't work. Why is it not working? Was I not in edit mode? Oh, now I'm in edit mode. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3. Does anyone remember how to do edit mode? Oh, that's right. I need to do that. And then I go like that. And now, there we go. Okay. And is that going to give me the paste as well? Yes. Okay. Fixed it. It's a bit loony. Is Chat GPT. Okay. It's not ideal, but... And it's on a ground pad, which could tombstone it. Wow, and it doesn't like... Oh, right. Because it's custom, I need to... Pad. It's not... I need to set it to ground. Okay. Really didn't want to make a custom footprint for that. You're back with JLC. Okay, we're down to 22. Okay, now we have space there. $21. Okay, where are they all? Here. Oh, so we've got this problem here still. I just don't know how I'm going to solve this. Wow, this is not going great. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. I just can't get that around there. I mean, that is just ugly for 21, but I just can't get a wire through there. Oh yeah, can't do that anymore. Uh-oh. If I go this way, then I've got no ground. Oops, I break my, oh my god, undo. Do I break my ground? Yeah, it's not great ground fill there. Oh well, that's gonna have to do. No, undo that. Oops, change my mode. Okay. Okay, we're up to $11. We're down to 11. Okay, some easy ones. Nope. Hello? Why is that not moving? It's not locked. Oh, it can't because there's a thing there. Oh, you idiot, sound. Anyway, okay, that's there. Probably want to put that over there. Okay, more in here. We're really close. Eight. Is that more or less than before? I thought it was, we were lower than 8. Okay, let's get rid of a couple of warnings. Oh, it was 11, was it? Okay, I've lost track, sorry. 7. Okay, got rid of the warnings and we're down to 7 errors. And it's this section here. I think it's just that section there. So how are we going to solve this? How are we going to do it? That. Oh, oh, oh! Did we? Did we? One error. But I did solve that. Oh, I've got a bit of a ground. I got that. I'll have to fix that. Where's my last error? Oh, over here. Oh, okay. No way. No way. Make long blue go under short blue. Long blue, short blue? I don't know what that... Is that... 0, 0, 0. Wow, that was a bit crazy. I don't know what long blue and short blue means. They're all blue. What was the fuss about? What was the fuss about? Oh my god, look at that.
Almighty says ta-da.
Ta-da! Yeah, but has it done anything crazy? Has it not stuffed up my RF? No, it hasn't. Speaking of crazy RF, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 components on my matching network now. 6. More like a bit loony. So should we look at the Nano S3? Let's look at the Nano S3. Just for shits and giggles. How long have I been going for? I want to... Yeah, I want to look. I want to find the Nano. Wait, where is it? And KiCad crashed. KiCad crashes for me a lot still on the Mac. If I have the footprint editor open or the library editor open or something, and I try to try JLC first if they approve. I know they'll approve that. I don't need to because I just went through that process this morning with them and last night. So 2 board reworked in 3 hours. Not terrible. No, it's not terrible actually. I thought the Pro C would take me longer, to be honest. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so this is even smaller. You know how big my Nano S3 is, right? Oh, I had one on my bench. Right, so this is my Nano S3, for those that don't know. Okay, so there's my finger behind it. So the Nano S3 is, I don't even know anymore, is tiny. It is, 13 millimeters by 28 millimeters. 13 by 28. Bit loony. Stop advertising. I need to update the RF on this as well. But, okay, so... Oh, what happened? Oh, God. Seriously? OBS, they've added some new keyboard shortcuts. Okay. 0.15. Okay. Run. DRC test. 278 errors. Oh, wait, what happened? Sorry, I was on the wrong thing. Seemed like 10 minutes to you. I've been going for 3 hours. Yes, less than the Pro S3, but this is a much smaller board. like much smaller board. So that's the problem. And I can't route through the ground pad because it's double. There's a copper on the back of the ground pad, so that makes things a little bit harder. As you can see here, I can't, like I can't do hackery on my there's gonna be a real problem. Like, unless I make that smaller. Like, that's already, yeah, that's too close. Are you going to tear down in Portland? I always wanted to do tear down. I have a feeling this one is going to be impossible. Because of that underneath pad. Yeah, I think this is going to be the one that may put me over the edge. Maybe this will need to go to a 6-layer board. Down to 220. That was not a big jump. Catch you later, bit loony. Have a good sleep. Oh, that's a problem. Maybe. Oh, can everyone hear the rain outside? Okay. Why is that locked? Oops. Yeah, that's a problem. Always problems. Never solutions, just problems. Is Xtel a keep out zone? No, but I've just don't put anything through it if I can. That I'd rather not, but okay. 178. This is not dropping fast. I'm not going to squeeze those in. Three hours and still live. Yeah, I'm trying to do my Nano S3 now, but this might just, whoops, might be a wasted effort. Why is it doing a choose footprint? Oh yeah, that's a good point. Thank you. And pads. Thank you very much. I'll fix that later. If I get that on that side. Yeah. There's something like there, does it? Does keep out zone apply to both sides of the PCB? Yeah, you shouldn't have any signals going. Well, it depends on how many layers your board is. If you've got a solid ground plane underneath it, then you shouldn't have to worry, but you don't want to route signals directly underneath it. 131. Didn't that just get worse? I'm going to have to make this bottom pad smaller. Unfortunately. Otherwise I'm just not going to be able to fit it in. Catch you later, Peter. I'll chat with you online later. I want to find out more about your the air stuff. Thanks for joining. Thanks for your help. Yeah, not enough still. Why is it so? Yeah, it's a thermal thing. Like the ground pad is. This is not the ground. This is underneath the board. This is a pad on the bottom that has to get connected to the carrier board. So the less thermal transfer, the worse it's going to perform. Yay, Eric! No more eagle. Woo! I'm still paying for Fusion, so I still have Eagle, but yeah, I don't ever really use it. Try not to. Well, I don't use it. I shouldn't say try not to. I don't use it. Only sometimes if I have to load up an old project that I just don't want to convert. Maybe I can space these out. God, talk about tight. Oops. Via. No. That's not good. Ah, okay. That's close. Okay, down to 99. Um, Demise Vi can go under D. No, he can't go under D+. No. They're differential pairs. So no, you don't do that. They go next to each other, not under each other. As it is, that shouldn't be going through there either. I'm not sure what happened there. I must have unlocked something. Oh, fix that later. What is that? Oh, right. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to sit here and try to finish this one today. It's already 10:15. 93. Did I just go up? I feel like I just went up. What is going on here? I must have been that. Oh, excellent. Whoa, look at that. Oop. Yeah, I understood. She liked it. Okay, 79. I'm not going to be able to get the ground in here. Yeah. Why does IO4 do a lot of snake turns? 57. What do you mean around here? Well, I've got to get it down to here, and it's got to be clear of the LNA pin. I'm not routing anything underneath the antenna line. So all of these have to stay clear of the antenna line. Yeah, that's a problem. This is 7 or 7.01. I really want these ground wires in here, but I can't do them. It's not going to fit. Bye. Still 28. I don't know what I'm going to do here. And what I'm going to do here. I'm super close, but yeah, down to 18. I have to relay out this RF as well on this one. I'll do that another time. Well, it's not like really rules. I mean, the fact is with this antenna area, like I've got a ground plane underneath, right? So the top layer is obviously the red copper, and then the second layer is ground. So that in itself should isolate any signal issue from blower. Underneath that, I've got a power plane, but it's cut off here. and then underneath that there's nothing, right? So technically I could put signal through there, maybe, but if I can get away with not putting it through, then I don't have to worry about any cross signal contamination. No, this has got the new antenna on it, the ones that you guys haven't seen yet, but I have to redo this section through here. Well, it's already, I just have to change my trace thickness because I'm going through different, I've had to change my stack up. Through some other, ongoing problems. Now had to move back to my old stack up. Oh boy. So this ground trace here is to have a continuous, this ground trace here is to have a continuous ground path along the outside of the crystal pins. Because I'm doing something a bit nasty here, naughty. My crystal's off to the side. The crystal will ideally be closer to the crystal pins, but I can't. I mean, my board's too narrow, right? I mean, look at the size of the chip. Like, that's the size of the chip. There's no room for a crystal. So I've got a ground coming on here, and I did have wires there, but I can't fit the wires in anymore. But if I got rid of this trace, which would fix my problems, I've then got no continuous ground. And I need continuous ground. So that really sucks. But maybe what I could do is... No, it's already 0.127. Maybe make it a bit thinner, but still, it's not really ideal. Yeah, it's still not going to fit. It's the library conversion tools from Eagle to KiCad. Yeah, well, there isn't. You can importing Eagle boards into KiCad's great. There is no library conversion tools, but you don't need them. Like you don't. Yeah. I never really worked off libraries in Eagle intentionally. As in, your component on your board is the full component that's inside the library. So you could just take an Eagle file, hey Craig, take an Eagle file into KiCad, convert it over, and then you can save all those components in your board into a library, right? Because the whole thing's already in there. No, this is already, there's nowhere for this to go to, see that? I mean, okay, yeah, it can move up. Maybe. It's really tight. Oh. Maybe. Yeah, sorry, there's underneath. Okay, I might have just got it though, because I made that ground trace a bit thinner. Nope. Oh, nope. Get rid of the wire. Can you have wires touching annulars? Oh. Yeah, like, this is so tight. I'll try moving this back again. I just need a smidge. Like, it's so close. So close. Bloody hell. Oh! What? I see a red ground trace that ends in the middle of the ground plane. Correct. I just explained what that was. 5 minutes ago, I explained what it was. It's got to be there. Like, I'm already using 0.127 millimeter traces. I really don't want to make them thinner. I might have to. Maybe for these. Okay, now, maybe, but yeah, I had to make those traces a bit thinner. 17 we're down to. What's happening here now? What's that from? Or is that just complaining that it's got no end to it? It's possibly just complaining. That's okay. Solve that. No, it's not a trace. I don't think it's a trace width thing. Why are there two vias so close? Back to 18 now. Great. These two here. Why not? I need ground. The more the better. The more, it's like saying, why are all these vias here so close together? It's just ground stitching. What doesn't it like here? Clearance, 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 clearance. Track width, default minimum. Right, okay, it is. Right, it doesn't like the trace width. Excellent. If I make that bigger, it's not going to fit now. We're back to the same problem. And I still haven't solved that. Parallel interlayers. Interlayers? You mean parallel same layer traces? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about like here? Crosstalk on these? Yeah. Well, you got to define critical nets, right? Like, you know, is someone using an IO or not at the time? Like, there's, you know, there are people who do sillier things. Yeah. I don't know. It's, uh-oh. So having a patch here of ground here with no via isn't a great idea. Like, But at this point in time, let's just see if I can finish this section off with it. And I'll worry about it later. I mean, I could pay for smaller wires. Yes, the orange traces are in layer 3, which is my power plane. Well, how many was that left? Down to 13. Let's see how I'm going to fit this in. You could move other wire down instead. No, I've got it. That's coming off decoupling. I want that right as close to that pad as possible. So I need a return for the return path. And that's the other thing. Having that extra wire here means that I've got better coverage for a return path. Oh, wait. That was the wrong side. I meant that side. Okay. Wow, still 63 people watching. I did say I wasn't going to finish this, and it's now 10:30. But seems to stick on a 4 layers PCB. What? What seems to stick? 4 different colors. Wait. I just went down to, why did I go down to 47? What? Did I break my pad? What did I just do to my ground pad? Wait, why is that round? Why have I got a round pad there? Holy moly. Is that a KiCad bug? I think I just broke the footprint somehow. I don't understand what happened. Just want to change the footprint to see if it updates. Hey Agim, I don't know what's going on. Look, I've got this big round pad here now. I am trying to update all of my S3 boards to fix to make them submittable to JLC, because JLC have dropped, they've lowered their capabilities, not improved them. They've degraded their capabilities, and now they're rejecting my boards. I don't understand what's going on here. It's not even letting me select. So I can do that pad. But it's not letting me select. It's like this pad is broken. And it's not letting me go into edit mode on the pad. Yeah, it thinks this is, oops. It doesn't think it's a pad anymore. See, I can't even click on it. Like, as in, it's not a pad. It's just a polygon now. And that round one is there. Pad XP, IC on background. Okay, so if I go Command E, now I'm in edit mode. Somehow that pad has been converted to a circle instead of a rectangle. Okay, am I now back to a normal pad? Right, I'm now back to a normal pad. That's really weird. Yeah, I just did that, but I had to change that circle. Okay. Back to 12. Now, can I go and fix this again? Sorry about that. That was really bizarre. 11. I'm down to 11, but I'm not really sure how I'm gonna fix these. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get that in there. No. Have deleted footprint from the page and update it to get the fixed No, it just updates. Just saving it in the editor and it updates it. But only saves it locally in that file. If I want to update it, like if it's a library one, which this is, I could then just go file save as and update it in whatever library, like in here. But I'm not doing that right now. Bloody hell. I really can't believe I'm hacking the pad to do this. Okay, 6. Oh, close. Okay, around 5. Catch you later, Dan. Yep, down to 5. Have a good sleep. So I'm down to just here, I think. There. Yep. It's just these now. Damn. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? This is for the shield. For the can. RF can. It goes along here. That's a mounting point for it. I don't have to stick a via here. I could get rid of the via, but because it's going to, the shield's going to be grounded from everywhere else. I'm just going to have to get rid of the via. There you go. Solved. Done. And that should be it. Oops. So I'll fix this corner here. Okay, that should be 0. Nope, 1. Oh, right, a sliver. Missing connection. Oh, right. Of course, because that's now. So I have to make that not connected. No nets. Okay. So 1 copper sliver, which is which layer? What layer is there a sliver? It's not a sliver? Unless it's talking about that. Mad techie. Boom. Bang. Okay, done. Done. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. That's the Nano S3. So I still have to do the RF. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. So they're all done. I can't believe I haven't pissed my pants. Haven't been to the hadn't done a toilet break. Oh, wow, how insane was that? Still 48 people watching. Well done. 3 hours, 45 minutes. That's my S3 boards done. I'll fix the RF. I'm not getting these made yet. I'm waiting for my prototype. Yeah, no coffee. I really need a coffee. I'm waiting for my tiny S3 prototype just to confirm that, excuse me, my new stack up settings and my new antenna frequency tuning is correct. And then if it is, I will get the rest of these prototypes made, get them validated, get them matched, and then I'll move all my S3 boards over to this new design for production. Yeah. Wow. That was crazy. I didn't think I was going to do it. But I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I didn't solve it by a copper fill, because that would have been annoying. Yeah, I'll be moving away if they do that, Dutch Taurus. I'll be done. I'll be gone. I could do optimization for manufacturing building on anything I work on. Could be done in 4 hours. What do you work on? Frame rate 24? What type of stuff? You got to remember also, I had already gone through houses full. Okay, right. I'd already gone through and gone from my 0.1 to 0.127 on all my boards. So I'd already done this process before, the hard way, because without these new KiCad settings, which have been fantastic. So it took me much longer. But I'd already gone through it, so I knew what to expect. I just wasn't sure I was going to get it working, but I'm glad I did. What's the 900 areas corrected? What a win. Yeah, in total, that was a lot, wasn't it? Can you connect those two ground wires on the orange? There's no... Orange layer isn't ground. What two ground wires? Connect two ground wires. I know what you mean. I'm not putting ground on the orange layer. The orange layer is a power layer. Power and signals on the outside. Definitely not putting ground through that. That's the ground layer. So I'm not sure which ones you mean. Ooh, yeah. Stuff like that, that's annoying. I actually could change my... Well, whoops. I just realized you weren't even seeing what I was looking at. That's the ground layer. I could change this minimum width 0.27. Yeah, that's actually just made it probably worse. On a day 16 of reworking a house to meet some House 9 permit requirements, the district 5 months after they agreed to the original plans. Oh yeah, wow, town planning, that's even worse than JLCPCB. How's the current production line holding up? It's holding up fine. I've been manufacturing with it, but it's soon to change. Soon to change. And yeah, stay tuned to find out more. I really dislike stuff like this. I really should. What's a smaller trace? Like that. Looks a bit silly, but Like, I could go like this, right? To fill the little holes. Look. Yeah, no. There's no need. That's fine. Lol, do it. No, maybe. I need a thinner trace though. I need like a one. Oh, but I can only do one. It's not going to fit because 1.2 is my smallest, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's not going to work. Yeah, it's the wires are in the way. It is pretty. Well, you wouldn't see it on the layer. That's the point. Yeah, not going to happen. Or they're different. So these ones that are numbered, they're signal traces. Hello. Thank you. They're for signal. The ground one, no, it's not just for dissipating heat. It's for getting. So you want a solid. How? So it's for a return path. For the ground stuff, you want to make sure that all your ground, like your current flows through things and then goes back through the ground, right? Like in a big loop. So you want to make sure that your return path is as short as possible for all components. And then for my RF, my antenna radiates off this ground plane. So I need as solid a ground plane as possible. Having bits like this is okay. It'd be better if there weren't like, if half these wires were gone and that was continuous, would be better. But you want one solid ground plane like this. And then these are all stitching wires. These are to make sure that this is to reduce the inductance between layers. So reducing the inductance means that it will affect my impedance matching less. And I should really be doing bigger wires here. And I should actually be putting more wires here actually. And I will be. So I will probably be adding more in around this area, maybe, or maybe not having as many, but making them wider, making them like 0.3 holes. But that's for later. That's for later. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to go get a coffee and I'm going to start laser cutting and I'm going to get some kits of whoppers ready on my store. JLC do charge for wires if you get, they charge for drill holes, and that includes all holes, which means wires, headers, anything that's a hole. So under 4,000 they don't, but above 4,000 they start charging you. And I know 4,000 sounds like a lot, but if I've got 400, if I've got like 200 on a board, 200 holes in total, and then I have a panel of 20 of those, well, that's 4,000 holes, right? So you got to be very careful when you're adding them. Don't have to be, but if you add too many holes, they start charging you extras in pricing. So there's something else to think about. No worries, Peter. Thanks everyone for watching, and thanks for those of you that stuck around for so long. It was awesome. Thanks to those of you, many of you have already gone to sleep already, who helped me with all the shortcuts in KiCad to make that process faster. I really appreciate it. And yeah, chat with you all next week sometime. Okay, yeah, don't forget to click like. Yay! Too many holes cost you more money. Sion's 2023 life lessons. Absolutely. All the JLC catches. Gotchas. You know what I mean. Okay. Bye everyone. Take care.